Yo, my friends, welcome back. Welcome back to the show, the channel, the frog. You know what? Seeing as we just downgraded from our RT 5090 to the 5070 Ti, we're gonna do green tonight. Actually, green looks horrible. Is it because it's too bright? Yes, it's just too bright. So we're gonna do blue. No, maybe not blue. Green. Yeah, we'll just do green. Oh, sorry, guys. So I freaking had a wild hair up my butt today. Okay. All this talk about NVIDIA GPUs going up potentially another 40%. I really regretted getting rid of my 5070 Ti that I had. That I bought when it first came out. I got it like the very next day or a couple days late. I got it like a couple days after launch. Okay. And so I used that 5070 Ti in conjunction with my 9070 XT. Obviously, the 5070 Ti came out like a month earlier than the 9070 XT, and then I got the 9070 XT, and I had been playing with both of them. I went and got me a 5070 Ti, 5070 Ti, 1200 buckaroos. 1200 buckaroos. Actually, it was 1099, but then after tax, it was like 1200 buckaroos. Why would I downgrade to a 5070 Ti? Because I like 5070 Ti's. I think this is an incredible card that is definitely underestimated um, by the enthusiast level gamers. Okay. So if you're a gamer, 5070 Ti is quite interesting at what it can actually do. Now, I love my 5090. I'm keeping my 5090. I'm not getting rid of my 5090. No, I still have it. I definitely still have it. Let me give you guys proof. The 5090. Oh, where's she at? That big old chunky card, man. Boom. That is such a I love this card, man. Like the gaming trio is such a beautiful card. Such a beautiful card. But no, I did not get rid of my 5090, nor will I. I'm keeping that. But I really wanted a 5070 Ti again. Okay. And we're on the 5070 Ti right now. Okay. The the biggest reason for getting this is prices are going to go up. Prices are going to go up. If they happen to bring out the Super Series, okay? I mean, say they bring out a 5070 Ti with 24 gigs. Honestly, guys, if it's like 1200 bucks, I will buy one. I will buy one. But as it sits right now, I mean, honestly, I'd probably get a 5080 with 24 gigs, to be completely honest with you, because then that would complete my experience, because I kind of want to have a 16 gig NVIDIA card around. So basically is what's going on. So I bought a wire view too for my 5090. That should be here hopefully sometime next week. Okay. So I'll have the wire view. I'll throw the 5090 back in. I'll hook the wire view up to that. And then that there will be okay. Like I'm going to use that. Basically is what I'm going to do with the 5070 Ti is I am going to take out my 7900 XTX and I might run the 5070 Ti for my sim racing rig. Okay. And the reason I'm going to do that is because most games usually support NVIDIA features, and some games like older sim racing games and stuff have more support for NVIDIA than they do the AMD. Um, well, see, I don't know. Like, I don't want to build a whole nother rig because I've already got three of them, but I could potentially use it as my eGPU as well, and put my Lisa Su 9070 XT back on the shelf. So I don't know. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do with it, but right now, I just got done spending probably the last 5 hours playing around on this 5070 Ti. Going back and checking out a lot of the games that have come out since, a year ago when I sold it. The, um the experience is still really close to what the 9070 XT is. And that's incredible because these cards are so similar. 9070 XT, 5070 Ti. These cards are so similar in their performance that it's like, damn, they're both a very good. Okay, I know you guys don't like to hear that. Like, I know people don't like to hear that I think they're a good deal because even at $1,200 for a 5070 Ti, the way the market's going and the way things are going for gamers, essentially pretty soon, I think gamers are gonna be relegated to APUs. I do. I feel like the cost of discrete GPUs is gonna rise so much because of the AI that APUs are gonna be where AMD and NVIDIA focus a lot of that R&D for people to be able to play games. Because if you think about it right now, and the reason I say that is because Strix Halo is incredible. Strix Halo was incredible for gaming. I was absolutely blown away with how good that was. And all you really need, if Xbox Helix, PlayStation 6 come out and they've got like 9070 XT power, 5070 Ti power, those things are gonna be phenomenal. Oh man, let me get some likes, my friends. Trying to get Asus Tough Gaming 5070 Ti GPU, but it's being too high right now. Oh yeah, dude, it is. But it's so worth it, Gaming Master, because you're gonna have that card for so long, bro. That's the thing. It's like everybody keeps, you know, this whole thing of like being stuck in the old way of how GPUs worked, that shit's no longer relevant. It's no longer relevant in anymore. I was sitting here today playing on this 5070 Ti. Okay. A lot of games I'm playing, like take Halo Infinite for instance, okay? Or not Halo Infinite, but Halo Combat Evolved. I jumped on this thing and I throw it on low settings and I'm pushing over 100 frames a second without frame generation. And I'm like at 4K and even on like medium resolution scaling, okay? Medium, because it's like low, medium, high, ultra, whatever. Okay. They don't even have it named regularly. So, and I'm sitting here, I'm on low settings with freaking high upscaling. I'm pushing 100 frames a second, and this game just looks absolutely incredible. Like it looks phenomenal. And I look at that and I'm like, bro, if games right now at low settings still look this good, that you can absolutely play them and fully enjoy them with high frame rate without having to use frame generation, and then using frame generation with higher settings to be able to get a similar feeling experience. Obviously, I'm playing with a controller, so the experience does feel pretty damn similar. I was sitting here and I was thinking that to myself today on this 5070 Ti. I was like, holy shit, Kate, because I'm on what one was it? I'm on Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, okay? And I'm playing this game and I've got it like with MFG like 6X and shit on it, okay? And the screen just looks so buttery smooth and the controls on a controller feel pretty decent, okay? Like they feel good enough to where it tricks your brain enough to where you're like, "Oh man," like you're not really feeling that whole latency thing with frame gen enabled, okay? And I'm like, "Bro, try to explain," and I'm thinking this the whole time. I'm like, "Try to explain to a casual gamer that this shit is trash." Okay, try to explain that to them in the best way you can while they're playing this game. Okay, uh, and that's the biggest thing. It's like I guarantee it. If I brought a casual console gamer over and I sat him in front of that and I say, "Here, play," I guarantee you they'd walk away feeling like, "Holy shit, PC is the best thing ever freaking made." And that's with MFG 6X on. Yes, I could feel the latency, like I could feel it, but it didn't distract me from how the game felt. You know what I mean? Like walking around, looking at the visuals, looking at like just how the game is like looking and feeling and stuff. It's like the latency is so small that it's like, whoa, this is incredible. And then another game I tried. I put on the adaptive um frame gen, Crimson Desert. Okay. The adaptive frame gen 6X, and I'm sitting there, frame generation feels overall. I think it feels pretty good. I think frame generation feels pretty good. Like if you're in a single player game and you're just, playing and having fun, the thing is the screen is ultra smooth, you're not seeing any jankiness. And then the controls feel good enough that you can absolutely build the muscle memory needed to play the single player games that you're playing. So take for instance, you're playing like a Souls game, okay? Those games 100% come down to the timing, okay? And the reason I know this is because I've played them at 30 frames a second on the consoles. And if you can get used to the 30 frames, like you'll get used to the frame generation latency eventually. Like it might take you an hour or two, or it might take you a little while, depending on how the timing and stuff works. But as soon as you get used to it, and as soon as you see and feel the visual cues, like you will be able to absolutely play those games and it will feel incredible. And they would consider themselves casual? Oh, absolutely. Most people honestly, MD, when I came to PC, bro, I had 0 intentions of ever going to PC. I started this channel, I was a console gamer through and through. The community convinced me to give PC a try, and I said, "You know what, man? Fuck it, I'll do it. I got the money." I mean, I've never really considered PC gaming. And I knew immediately, I was like, "Man, if I go to PC, dude, I'm gonna be upgrading my shit all the time, because that's just the way I am." And I knew that. And so I started going with the PC and stuff, and I love playing games on a controller. To me, that just feels natural. I love controllers. I feel awkward when I play mouse and keyboard. I play mouse and keyboard when I play games like Anno freaking Pax Romana 1117 or 11:7 or 117. But when it comes to like my first person shooters or my freaking single player games or Souls games or driving games, yeah, dude, I gotta have a controller. I can't play that shit on a mouse and keyboard. Real PC gamers that are used to mouse. Oh yeah, yeah, I get that, MD. Mouse and keyboard. I played around with the frame generation with mouse and keyboard. I could still get used to it. I could still get used to it, but I think that, people I I think that people say, "Oh, I can feel it," but I guarantee they could get used to it. They're just being picky. They're being snobby, and that's fine. Be snobby, bro. Don't buy anything that you don't want to buy. But I'm telling you, you're missing out on a whole lot if you're not using these. Froggy, are you going to pick up one of these 5K Strix monitors? I probably won't. Not Not now that I'm back on the 5070 Ti and the 9070 XT. They're decent 4K experiences, but going to a 5K, it would strictly be on my 5090. I have to use a roller for zombies. What's good, Mr. Morales? What is the best pre-built gaming PC can buy for $2,500 budget? You know what? If you look on Best Buy, okay, so this is the thing. I was at Best Buy yesterday and today. We went to charge my wife's electric car yesterday, and we stopped over at Best Buy. And dude, the PC, the pre-built market that they have in stock right now, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to find a good deal, and it's gonna be a little bit hard. If you live close to a micro center, that would probably be my best bet. Everything that I was seeing looks pretty run down. Guys, that 4 gigabyte AMD card that they're bringing out in pre-builts, that pre-built's 850 bucks, $849 for, and you get AM4, you get a 5500X, you get 8 gigs of RAM, and then you get a 4 gigabyte GPU. I mean, I could, if they brought that thing out with like a 8 core CPU and like 16 gigs of RAM and a four, I would be like, okay, but 8 and 8 for 850, I don't know. To me, that seems a little bit wrong. To me, that seems a little bit wrong. I'm still a huge Xbox fanboy. I'm a PlayStation fanboy. Dude, you know what, bro? Where is it? We legit have merch now. Captain Save a Pro. Captain Save a Pro. Captain Save. No, I got I'm using Nvidia's what do they call that thing again? Um what's it called? Nvidia Broadcast. Oh, yo, what's up, Leap Tech? You have you have passed 5090. Yeah, I bought a 5070 Ti. What's up, Bobby? Dang it, Bobby. Dang it, Bobby. I told you guys I was gonna do it. What do you think I was joking? 5070 Ti, I spent $1,200 for it. 5060 Ti is pretty decent. Yeah, dude, you got 16 gigs of VRAM. You should be fine. This is a nice budget. I like the 5070 Ti too. Next step, change my RTX 3060 12 gig. Yeah. 5060 8 gig. Bro, even if, yeah, 5060 8 gig. The 5080 is such a I don't want to say anything bad about it, but because I mean it is a good card, but that's just too much. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's trash. I did see the M64. Me and Junior were talking about it. We're considering buying one. They're actually pretty affordable. PlayStation fanboys. Yeah. Console for that price? For real, huh? For real. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I would just get a PS5 Pro. I wouldn't I mean for 850 bucks just get a PS5 Pro. You get a significantly better deal. There's no reason on the planet to spend $850 for that when you can get a PS5 Pro. I'm sorry. I mean, I love AMD to death, but gosh damn no. Captain Save a Pro. That's me, bro. Consoles are a scam. Hey, what's up, Buttermax? That's why it's hard to get into PC gaming. I feel like someone is going to scam me for my 25. It's not that they're going to scam you, bro. Look up Meta PCs. I like them guys at Meta PCs, bro. Meta PCs. Let's see what they've got. Let me pull this over here and we'll look at this together, okay? I'll share my screen with you. And we'll see if we can find you something on here. So they do have one like this Phantom 4 right here for 1849. It's got a 5060 Ti, 9600X, 16 gigs of RAM, 5600 mega transfers. That's not horrible. Like, but what do you want to play at? You probably want something a little bit more. $2,500. Is that your max is 25? Let's see, ready to ship. Let's see what they've gotten here for 25. So 25.99 get you a 7800X 3D and 9070 XT 30. Yeah, right there, bro. That's a good PC right there. 22. This one here is an Intel Core 270K plus graphics, no graphics card included, pre-wired with 12 volt. Ooh, dang. 32 gigs of RAM. Oh wow, why is there no GPU in there? Steam OS compatible. This right here seems like a pretty good actual buy right here. 27 will get you 78 and 32 gigs. This is a good one. I like that. That I would pay 2,600 bucks for that. You get, let's see the full specs. You're getting a, see, I mean, they're calling it 1440p, but you could absolutely run this a little bit higher. Like you could definitely do a lot of 4K gaming on here. So you get a 1 terabyte NVMe. Let's see what these specs look like. It's a pretty nice looking case. This is something I would definitely buy. It's got the Radeon Sapphire. 10 AudiP, 1440p. At least they check everything too, man. Let's see what motherboard. Asus Tough Gaming. See, yeah, you're getting a good B850 board. That's a good board. Memory, 32 gigs. Cooling, Meta 360 mm. Power supply, Meta 850 gold. So you got 850. That's a pretty decent build for $2,600, bro. That's a good build. Yes, I know. I do what she was joking because he joked a lot wrong with. Oh yeah, 25. I would make it. Yeah, $2,500. You just want to get a good one, man. Like if you're gonna buy a pre-built, I would go with somebody like Meta PCs. To be completely honest with you, I met these guys at CES and they were cool as shit, man. I don't have an affiliate link with them or anything like that, bro. It's I like those people. They're from Utah. Good guys. Good guys, maybe. 5080 level? Nice, bro. Nice. Is AMD ever going to go bigger than, yeah, absolutely they will. Probably this next generation, you'll get a high-end AMD experience. RTX 5080, dude, I don't think that the value for the money is there, especially with how good a 5070 Ti. Mr. Milburn, I love my shirt, but the big Frog Boy logo on the back of the shirt does not let your back breathe. That gets too sweaty. Hey, you're gonna love that shirt in the wintertime, bro. You're gonna love that shirt in the wintertime, Mr. Milburn. You're gonna love it in the winter. I'm thinking of the 5080 OC. I can't justify a 5080, bro. The price is just too whack for that, bro. I mean, I guess yeah, it's 100% cotton. These shirts are high quality. If you I can't justify a 5080 unless you're going to go with an Astro. I just can't justify it. Yeah, almost 3K. I mean, this right here for a build, absolutely. This is a 7800X 3D is an incredible CPU. You'll have an AM5 board. You'll be able to upgrade your CPU all the way up till 2029, maybe a little bit past that. And then obviously with this being an Asus Tough B850 motherboard, that's incredible. I've got this B850. in my and this is the ROG Strix, and they're pretty close. They're pretty close to B850s. They're pretty close, but yeah, dude, that's a fairly solid build. Those are legit components that I would even buy to build a PC. Dob Will, what's up, buddy? PCMR 5070 Ti is my favorite card. Absolutely, dude. 5070 Ti, 9070 XT are absolutely my favorite cards this generation. So is the 5060 Ti and the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte. I think all four of those cards are incredible. Why did I change graphics cards? Because I like 5070 Ti and I wanted to buy another one before the prices go ridiculous, man. Is only good on cloud form. It runs pretty decently on 106 180 as well. The 100% cotton. Yes, they're cotton. Building one myself sounds fun, but the only thing I've ever built was Legos. I would probably blow something up. Honestly, um inner 10 Miami. My honest recommendation for people wanting to come to PC is to buy a pre-built for your first build. I know that's counterproductive to what everybody else says, but you need to be able to at least get familiar with the PC before you start tinkering with everything else. And that gives you like a really good window of opportunity to learn how to actually use a PC, utilize it. And then once you feel comfortable, then you go with your pre-built and then you upgrade till you can't upgrade no more. Until you're like, oh man, okay, it's time to get something new. I want to change the scenery. You start to get the FOMO about, oh man, I want a better case, or I want a better motherboard, or I want this, or I want that. And then you start your journey from there. Like, buy your pre-built, enjoy the shit out of it until the wheels fall off, and then you will be ready to take on that task of building your own PC. Do you want 4K gaming? This will give you pretty decent 4K gaming. You're getting it right now from Best Buy. I'll have it delivered in the morning. Very nice, Bobby. Dang it, Bobby. I buy something and then you buy something. We need another dual GPU card for real, huh? 9070 XT is just such a oh, it is. It is a very, very robust experience, man. I love my 9070 XT. I love playing around with it. I love having fun with it. The only real sad thing about the 5070 Ti is the performance of my best good favorite Ubisoft games. My 9070 XT is absolutely better the majority of the time, but the 5070 Ti is it's not that far behind. I mean, it's like either way I could play it. Do you recommend me to get 9850 X3D with 5080? Only, I mean, if you can afford it, yeah, I would shoot for 5070 Ti. I think it's a better overall value. BIOS, etc. Building it's a little stressful, not too much. Man of many cards. I like I like my variety, okay? MSI Trident, then Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth driver setup hassle. If you get a pre-built, addicted to building, you just want to make it better and better. Going to Micro Center tomorrow to get a Gigabyte SE 5080 RTX for my Fractal. Nice, bro. You're gonna be able to get one for 11.99. Honestly, that's a good deal. I'm assuming it's probably either a Zotac or a PNY. Honestly, I would buy a PNY. I told myself, look, man, if Best Buy's got one in stock, I'm gonna buy it. 9800 X3D. I would probably either one. They're basically the same thing. 9850 X3D and 9800 X3D are basically the same thing, bro. I'm I'm not joking. It's like a 3% difference. To be early to test deals, dude, my 5090's right here, bro. My 5090's not going anywhere. Let's, stop sharing. My 5090's right there, bro. It's not going anywhere. 12 gigabytes is fine for the most part, bro. As long as you stay on 1440p, I think you're fine. What do you think about Team Group DDR5? It's all right. I've had pre-builts with Team Group in there. It's okay. It's okay, RAM. It works. It gets the job done. Even that new Lexar freaking RAM is pretty good. I had to like pull my I had to pull the battery, the CMOS battery out of that motherboard for like 20 minutes to get it to reset. And then after that, both sticks worked. But man, I sat there for a minute. I was like, what the hell's going on, bro? And I was like, because DDR5 usually will just retrain itself, man. Like you boot your PC with new RAM and it usually just retrains it. Takes a minute to post and then it comes right on. I need it, the 5080 for my dev work via, oh yeah. Just get a 5090. Oh, dude, absolutely. The Nightwalker V2 intern, bro. This let me get you back in there so you guys can see that because I do like on that off. This right here for sim racing will blow the freaking doors off any sim racing game you throw at it. Absolutely. 7800 X3D and a 9070 XT absolutely will blow the doors off anything you want to sim race. Easy. You can basically do sim racing on a potato. Sim racing games are usually highly optimized. The only sim racing game out there that will struggle is Forza Motorsport if you're using the ray tracing. Um, and then potentially like F1 25, 26 if you're using like the ray tracing and stuff. But if you don't use ray tracing, yeah, dude, these things will absolutely this is a I've got a 7900 XTX right now as my sim racing build, and it's absolutely incredible. Like this is very good. It would absolutely run. I mean, it runs Project Motor Racing very well. Runs Assetto Corsa Competizione. Runs Assetto Corsa Evo. Like it basically runs everything. Zero issues. Very high frame rate. Like well over 100. A lot of issues with adrenaline crashing all the time, resetting my settings, and I had an issue with using multiple monitors. I've always had like those types of issues, mainly with the when this generation first started, we had a lot of problems. I haven't had any kind of problems like that with the 9070 XT. I've always had pretty fairly good luck. I do get a lot of driver timeouts though every once in a while. But after you get driver timeouts, I usually just use AMD's cleanup utility, and then they go away. They go away, like, immediately. And the only time I ever really get them is after new updates, 12 gig. I bought the 5070 Ti, that's 16 gigs. X3D is a waste. It's pretty good with sim racing games. What's up, DBA track? How has that ever come out before GTA 6? I don't know, man. I From what I hear is Nvidia's prices are going up another 50% or 40%. That's why I said I'm buying another 5070 Ti. Let's get some more likes on here, my friends. We need likes. We need likes. Please like the stream so more people will come and say hi. Do you clean your PC room or is it better to clean it outside? I usually clean it outside when I clean them out every 6 months or so. I am using OLED monitors for the 5070 Ti at 4K. This monitor is a dual mode. It's 4K or 1080p. You're short about puncturing your water line in your basement. Oh, yeah, dude, I got it fixed like 10 minutes later. I actually barely made it to Home Depot to get some parts to fix it. I had to find it. I had to track the pipe down in the wall, cut the pipe, and then thread in a nipple and cap it so I could get my water turned back on. Dobby Wills. I am Captain Radion. How's the 5070? It's running good, man. 5070 Ti is an incredible card, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like the only reason, like, honestly, some dark tree, if 5070 Ti and 9070 XT were the exact same price, I it would be such a hard freaking choice between the two of them. For me, it would absolutely land if I could only buy one of them. Okay, and this is me. And if I could only buy one of them, because my Ubisoft games genuinely run better on 9070 XT, I would buy 9070 XT. But for a lot of people pretend they don't like Ubisoft games, so they would probably. You want to see the 5070 Ti box? I can show you the box. I can show you the box. 5070. Let me stop sharing this. 5070 Ti. Do I like the FL PO2 on Meta PC build? Wait, is that another one? Meta's PC build. I think Meta PC when I was there looking at all their builds, they look like they use well when I was talking to when I was talking to I forgot I was calling them the wrong thing for a long time, so I'm gonna look at the card. Where the hell's the card at, bro? Mad Cats, Game Seer. I should hit Game Seer up. I had his card up here. Oh my gosh, I think his name was like Chance or something. When I was talking to him, they said they use premium parts. They said they don't use crap, they use premium parts. Uh 12 gigs of VRAM is good. It's a different one. Let's see, ready to ship. So they have the Nightwalker Steamroller. The Steamroller looks pretty cool, man. I was actually thinking about buying one from them, honestly, but then I bought the 5070 Ti instead. I wanted to have a 5070 Ti. So let's see. Dozer running Steam OS. That one's a badass one. 9600X, 9070 GRE. That's pretty good. Nightwalker V2, Killdozer, Trooper, Noctune Echo. Oh, the FL. Oh yeah, okay. I remember seeing that one there at freaking at CES. I wouldn't buy it because I don't like that old looking case. But the Night Reaper V6, that was there. They were showing that one off. They were showing off I think those are the only ones that I seen there. Yeah, those are the only ones that they had. That's the only one that they had there was the Night Reaper V6, and that was actually pretty good. 9850X3D, 5080, 64 gigs. I mean, that's not a bad price, bro. 4,000 for that, but most of their cards were like high-end cards too. They weren't like cheap crappy cards. Like they had like Astrals and basically everything they were showing off. All of their high-end stuff. It was pretty nice. Huh. Yeah. Oh, ROG boys here again. What's up, ROG boy? Oh, I love both my 57. Yeah, exactly. Tevins. That's pretty much the thing. It's like I like being able to switch between Gigabyte make the best GPUs in my opinion. Ooh, they do make some pretty good ones, man. I just bought a 5080 to have it in the morning. It will be used specifically for my development work. I do code. I do know how to code and doing things with the card. I'm getting it nice. It's got more encoders than the 5070 Ti. That's the only thing. If you're a live streamer or something, I can recommend a 5080, but if you're not, if you're just playing games, uh, um, more quirks than my 5070 Ti, but you're right. I feel like the colors and pictures look better on AMD. This is why I can't wait for DLSS 5. I think DLSS 5 is definitely going to be a game changer, but AMD's working on generative AI in their upscaling as well. FSR Diamond ups will have Gen AI in it too. I am off work tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. Sometimes it's better, honestly, Nick. Sometimes it's better to build your foundation, motherboard, CPU, all of that stuff, and go with just a good enough GPU. And then when you're ready to actually upgrade your GPU to something more, then you do that. Took you hours to clean it out of there? Oh, for real, bro. I would never water block a card. I'm sorry, I would never do that. Probably one of the first idiots to water block a Gigabyte Gaming OC 5090. Oh man, I would never do that. Like I just don't see any reason to do that. 32 OLED from the previous gen. Is it worth it to upgrade to a new gen tandem OLED? Bro, those tandem OLEDs, they look so freaking good in person. Honestly, if you've got the money, dude, yeah, why not? They look good. They've got better text quality, especially them Asus ones at CES. That Asus tandem monitor that they had looks so freaking good, bro. Like it was crystal clear, very clean. It looked incredible. Loved it. 1080 Ti. Well, yes, sir. Absolutely. There were new guides. There were no guides at all. Took a leap of faith on an EK block and attempts in our bedroom was getting on my wife's nerves. I had to improvise. I'd have just bought a $400 freaking air conditioner and fucking stuck it right next to her, bro. It's overkill for the 5080. It is kind of over. It's not really overkill. I mean, it's kind of like the money that you're paying for it versus what a 5070 Ti is just not worth it. I am going to CES in January again. My main game to go to right now is Black Flag. That's the one I've been playing the most is Black Flag. It's a Ubisoft game, man. Of course I'm playing my Ubisoft game. The 5080 is good for streamers because of the stream encoders that it's got. It's got an extra stream encoder or something like that, and a few more CUDA cores. But I hear you can overclock them pretty good. Tandem OLED is not really worth with True Black 600 actual RGB stripe OLED monitors coming out in quarter 1. Who the hell wants to wait till quarter 1, man? I just say hurry up and buy whatever it is you want. What happened to Bob Joe? He's at home. I think he's taking care of his PS5 Pro. I think it needed a walk. He's probably mad like everybody else on PlayStation. He'll be back soon. I need help turning my ROG into an Xbox One Series X. Clock the hell out of that thing. Oh yeah. My 9070 XT has a sweet undervolt, clocks boost in to 3360. Nice, nice. 106 watt option, 105. What does honestly, man, if these super cards come out, they're gonna be so expensive, guys. I just can't believe this PC right here doesn't even have a GPU included. If I was gonna, I would order this Nightwalker V2 and just tell them, "Hey, man, put freaking SteamOS on it for me." Yeah, 4070 Super with 7800 X3D is a good build. Visa is way I bought 5080 tough gaming card, a very big beefy the 5080s that I've seen, Bobby, are exactly the same size as the 5090s. I paid $1,200 for the 5070 Ti. $1,200. I didn't even get a free game. I didn't even get a free game. Damn it. Yes, they are. 5090 is just a lot heavier. Um, no, I think they're about the same weight. The only thing you're trying to tell me like an extra 16 gigs of VRAM is heavier? I think they have the exact same heatsink. 5080 because of CUDA. I still have my 9070 XT. Nice. Steam Machine. Last time we started Steam Machine and you have them both, and the 5090 is definitely heavier. I mean, this is definitely heavier than the 5070 Ti put in there. And that's the dude, that 5070 Ti, this 5070 Ti is significantly heavier and bigger than the Asus one that I had at first. Paid 1890 for an open box 5090 Vanguard from Micro. Oh, hell yeah, dude. You got a very, very good deal for that. Any weight packs? GTX 295. Sold my 5090 a week ago, man. I've had the pleasure of owning 3 5090s since they came out. That is very nice, dude. 2 of them for free. Maybe someday NVIDIA will give me a free 5090. Then I could be a free 5090, bro. Actually, I got an announcement, bro. I have partnered up with Fanatec. We are going to be doing some content for Fanatec. It's pretty cool, man. Like they reached out to me today and they're like, "Hey, you want to partner up with us on this thing we're trying to do?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I do." I was like, "You ain't got to ask me twice, man. I freaking love Fanatec, bro. Um I will absolutely be honored to jump in on that." So they're going to send me out a bunch of stuff and we're going to cover it, bro. We're going to do some content for Fanatec, man. It is very, very nice. Are you ready for I am definitely ready for DLSS 5. I bought a frame, a wire view for my 5090. Um, the 5090 is gonna go back in there pretty soon. And I'm either going to put my 7900 XTX back on the shelf and use the 5070 Ti as my sim racing GPU. Just because of the fact that, like, it runs, like, way cooler, man. Like, the 7900 XTX is pushing, like, 400, so I might put the 7900 XTX in my I'm probably gonna put the 7900 XTX in my eGPU case and run it with my Xbox Ally X so that I can do some, Fantech NV9 is your case. Love it. Massive case with oh, nice, bro. Makes dope cases. I don't know, man. I've been on like this Asus case kick, bro. I'm really thinking about getting a Chronux. I've reached out to Asus to see if they would provide one because I'm poor. I have to keep buying graphics cards and stuff, so maybe they'll be nice and send me one. This is where I get my PC news. Nice, bro. Thank you, Some Dark Tree. I'm not taking any money. I'm not taking any money from Fanatec at all. I told them that's absolutely unnecessary. They don't need to pay me, dude. I love Fanatec products. I have zero issues supporting them on the channel. I've bought well over $5,000. I've invested $5,000 of money into Fanatec at this point already. Yeah, dude, I the money is not necessary. I've always been that way. I'm not taking money from these companies. I want the I want to be I want to be able to say what I want to say, and not have to worry about anything like that. I try to do unbiased reviews. I just tell it like it is, man. Sometimes I freaking really love a product, sometimes I don't. Dude, my freaking portal almost freaking fell off and hit the ground. That thing feels so fragile, bro. Blah. Why would you downgrade? You already have a 5090. I'm confused. Why wouldn't I downgrade? I wanted my 5070 Ti back. Finally begin to test DLSS 5 on games when it launches. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be testing that shit out of that. That's why I got the Wire View 2 for my 5090. I'm really excited for DLSS 5. I really am. It's the left thing on the camera mic arm. It's just because it's right there in my face. Why? What's up? This? Yeah, it's the mic arm. Grab the display screen that show PC info, hooked it up. Yeah, and I'm kind of psyched. Nice. Just got a Corsair Warthog off of Best Buy. Nice, dude. It's not a reason why you do it. You already have a 5090. Um, I wanted a 5070 Ti before the prices increase more. Is that okay, Mo? I think that the fifth I think that I think the 5070 Ti is more affordable for most gamers. So it makes more sense to cover that than the 5090. The 5090 is just very expensive, and I don't think a lot of people I don't think it's a necessary product for gaming. So I needed to get something. I wanted to get something that's a little more high end that's still good for gaming. That matches roughly my 9070 XT. Have a PS5 original disk drive and thinking, you know what? Wait until I start doing comparisons tomorrow of the 59 of the 5070 Ti and the 9070 XT. I guarantee you the weirdos are going to be like, you can't do that. It's not a fair coverage. You got a 9950 XPD and that one, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to shut up. Gosh, you weirdos. Quit being a weirdo. Gosh, the people are weirdos sometimes. Or they tell you, you're wasteful. You spend all that money on a PC, you're wasteful. I'm like, shut up, dude. First you tell me not to buy pre-builts, and then you tell me not to buy good parts. Oh boy. I have a PS5 original disc drive and thinking of getting a PS5 Pro for GTA 6. Do you think it would be worth it? I do. I do. And I would buy it immediately. I would buy it as soon as possible before another price hike hits because I feel like PlayStation will be raising the price again before the end of this year. I think that PlayStation 5 Pro is going to hit 999 fairly soon. Worth it, absolutely. Doesn't the average PSU cable have an estimated 10 plug-in? Yes, it does. I don't know if it's 10, but I wouldn't keep plugging it in and plug it I wouldn't, keep doing it. Good. I don't know, like, all the big YouTubers have tested the shit out of these cables, and, like, if you start to see, like, your wires start to move around in the plug, just make sure you plug them all in and stuff. Ooh, some people enjoy Tech Man. I enjoy it. FY. Czar, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate the kindness and generosity. Thank you. Just saw a brand new day. It's pretty good. I will watch it when it comes to streaming. I just watched Mortal Kombat 2 the other day, bro. After watching Mortal Kombat 2 and seeing Jade in that movie, I'm I'm less angry at Naughty Dog for using her in the game. Um, I think the Mortal Kombat 2 kinda, made it okay because she's actually a pretty cool character, man. She was actually pretty cool in Mortal Kombat 2 as Jade. So she's she was cool. She was cool. So I'm not as negative, like thinking that like, oh gosh, I don't want to play as this person. But you know what? Naughty Dog is the king of woke. I think we'll see how it goes. To know how it feels to be a peasant. I just want to be a peasant like the rest of everybody. That's funny how a 5070 Ti makes you a peasant now. More relatable. Yeah, I think so, honestly. I do. I do. Sell them both and get a Pro 6000 for real, huh? Yeah, yeah, definitely for content. Honestly, I really do like the 5070 Ti. And so yeah, it is good for content because I like it. Most people don't have 5090, so that yeah, exactly. To see if consumers are going to be willing to spend 1,000 plus dollars on a base PS6. I think they will. I think they'll buy it. Honestly, bro, I think people are gonna have to. I think people. uh, You're just gonna have to get used to financing your video games. No, I'm just joking. I can't wait for PlayStation execs to come out and say some shit like that. You're just gonna have to get used to financing your PlayStation. I mean, they already told you to get a second job when PS3 came out, so I could absolutely see them telling you to get used to financing your PlayStation. I didn't think I'd live long enough to ever see them become a villain. Oh man, we've already lived through the villain days of PS3. What do you think of the PS6? Will it be as powerful? I don't think it'll be a 5080. I think it'll be in between like 5070 Ti, to be completely honest with you. 5070 and 5070 Ti are still very, very powerful, very potent. And with PSSR2, you don't really need a whole hell of a lot of power. Honestly, they've already figured out how to get you 4K. I mean, honestly, the PS5, if you get a 1440p monitor, you'll probably be all right, but Tony Pony Tears taste so good. Huh. Couldn't happen to a more deserving fan base for real, huh? I mean, let me hear you get on Daniel Owens and Gamers Nexus and hardware on box. Let me hear you get on them frog. Why? What did they do now? I have nothing to say about them fellas right now. Actually, I watched Hardware Unboxed the other day, and that's when I bought my Wire View 2. I actually used their link to buy it. Hopefully, they get a couple dollars. Absolutely. 9070 XT and 5070 Ti. Layaway. I'll be laying it away. Can I put my PS6 on layaway and then finally get it paid off by the end of the generation? And then PS7 will come out. Super cards will get a bit more memory. I do. I do think that, but I don't know if they're even going to come out now. I don't even think they're necessary at this point right now. It's super cards are not even necessary. Mm. The only thing I could see being necessary is maybe like a 5080 with 32 gigs of VRAM so that they could sell it to the AI bros. We have more than enough for gaming right now. I don't understand why everybody's like, "Oh, I need more VRAM, I need more VRAM," and then when they put out more VRAM, the prices are gonna go significantly higher. Just a laugh. Why did I downgrade? So that I can make content for the peasants. We've already established that. I have to stop being a 5090, bro. My heads are way into two in the cloud. I'm out of touch, bro. I'm out of touch. Looking at how the market is going, if I buy a 5090 now, I might be able to sell it for as much as I bought it. Oh yeah, absolutely would be able to. I I don't know if I'm getting Wolverine. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not really a Wolverine fan, so I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it just to see what it looks like, but I don't know. They demolished the local Kmart? Damn. Daniel Owens and Hardware Unboxed heavily criticized AMD for a 4 gigabyte 9050. Why would they do that? Why criticize them? My thing is they probably had 9060 XTs that couldn't be sold because 32 of the CUs didn't work. And so they basically just cut them in half and sold them like that. You know, they probably just binned them lower so that they could sell the chips that they just had sitting there. That's pretty much what I think they did, and they just decided, look, a 4 gigabyte card, let's do it. You know, it's expensive to put them on 8 gigs, so I mean, they selling some as 4 gigs, man, and they're putting them into integrated. I do think that the $850 for that build is a little uncalled for. I think it should at least have 16 gigs of RAM and something on AM5. I didn't sell my 5090. I still got it. It's sitting right here. 5090. Join. I'm not ever going to the 6,000 bros. 5090s are peasants. Wokerine. Wokerine. And that's just you coping. Seething and gnashing about Blu-ray discs. Oh, they'll get over it pretty quickly. Bro, they'll cry and pout and pull their hair out and all that bullshit, but they're all still gonna buy a PlayStation 6. Naughty Dog pass. Yapping about PlayStation while PS fans can't be bothered. Oh yeah, dude. I don't think they really care. It's not useless. It's not useless. Like you can legit play everything from last generation on a 4 gigabyte GPU. Like it's not useless. You can legitimately still play thousands of games on a 4 gigabyte GPU, bro. Like it's not useless. Is it undesirable? Absolutely. Would you rather have more for less? Absolutely. But right now, guys, that's just not possible. With 4 gigabytes out there, bro, I mean, think about it. You got 16 RDNA 4 CUs with all of the new features. Like that card, 10 teraflops of RDNA 4 power to be able to play like older games. Shit, man, you could buy that and play 360 and Xbox One games, bro, for for the next 10 years. I'm not saying it's desirable, but you can it's not useless. What's up, Takame? They normies. But Frog, I want to collect discs. No, you don't. I want to collect discs so I can use them as frisbees. It's only the physical media nerds that yeah, exactly. And then everybody's like, "Oh, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the physical bros." So I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna. Them bros are like, "Yeah, dude, I'm definitely gonna boycott PlayStation." Every one of them dudes are gonna be playing PlayStation. You think they're gonna be all standing in front of Sony headquarters with picket signs saying, "Bring our disc back"? No, man, they don't even care. Dude, 80% of gamers are buying freaking digital now anyways, dude. They don't give a crap. I went down 50-60, down 50-60 to 40-90. Nice. Yeah, exactly. A 4 gigabyte card to be able to play GTA 5, 4, everything, bro. Hold up let's just hold up progress for console gamers. Honestly, I don't even really think it's like that, to be completely honest with you. Like having a whole bunch of VRAM Is it really holding up progress? I mean, think about it. Think about it. It I don't know, man. Xbox Series S still looks pretty decent at 720p. Like, bro, you could be playing 1080p, 720p on a 4 gigabyte GPU and play thousands of games. Remake on a Asus 3050 Ti 4 gig laptop. It wasn't the best experience, but it worked. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Like when I had my 3050 Ti laptop, I was playing like Spider-Man Remastered. I was playing all kinds of shit on that. I just want to play my games. Yep, exactly, bro. Your priority should be a PC over a console. You need a PC in this day and age. I think so too. I think PC is to a point where it's so plug and play that it just doesn't make sense, honestly, to buy a console at this point. I can't say that because $850 for a 4 gigabyte freaking PC. Yeah, buy a PS5 Pro. RPG World is extremely massive. Yeah, I get that. I was playing because I was prepared to buy one of those 4 gig cards. So I was sitting here like putting all my games on low settings again to see how much VRAM they would take. And I think that there's a majority of games, even some of these newer ones, that you would absolutely be able to play at low settings. Green Nvidia, red AMD, blue Intel. No, blue is for PlayStation. Intel said they didn't want anybody to cover their product, so I said, "All right." Well, they said they didn't want me to, so I was like, "All right, I won't." Oh, I'm just joking. Yeah, soup is inside there, bro. Superman. It's my 5070 Ti Super. It's my 5070 Ti Super. You can't see it because of the lights, but yeah, he's right there, Superman. I have 9800 X3D, 9070 XT, also 3080 Ti. Totally am buying a PS so I can play GTA 6. Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people are going to be buying PS5 Pros to play it. Cheaper than a PC. Oh, dude. Yeah, PS5 over that 4 gigabyte card. Even that's a good idea. Certain platform. Making my own Steam machine with Framework Mini PC. Oh, absolutely, bro. Doesn't make sense when you can. I get that. Yeah, you can definitely buy other cards for sure. For sure. 5050 and SLI. Oh, dude, 50. The 5050 was actually a really good card, man. Around with AI, absolutely. AMD was supposed to get back to me about sending out something that I could run massive large language models on. Um, uh, so I don't know when that's going to happen. Steam Machine. You know what? We haven't even checked the freaking the. I'll tell you what, that freaking that video has already got over 1,000 views. I think my last one. Oh, dude, it's already up to 1.5K. Hell yeah. That's good. How are you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. And you're welcome, man. I like spending time with you guys. It's pretty awesome. And it's only like 10:30, bro. I sat here for like 5 hours after work playing around on this 5070 Ti after I put it in. Super green. Super green. Have a good night, Nick. We'll see you in the next one, my friend. VS Code. Uh, I'm I would like to have a Steam machine, but unfortunately, I bought a 5070 Ti instead. I felt like that was a better buy. What do you boys think? I think that was a better buy. It just sucks that it was $1,200, man. Gosh, $1,200 is a lot of money, but I believe in the 5070 Ti, so I was like, okay, I will buy that. Because if we got to like 1,500 bucks for it, then it's like, oh, non Ti is better than the Steam machine. Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. I think that more people will resonate with 5070 Ti content, to be completely honest. Oh, here, Juice Lady's back. Will you let Pandy outside too? Steam Machine is the best machine ever. I honestly, guys, I don't think Steam Machine is a bad product. I don't even necessarily think it costs too much. I think that what it represents, being a Steam OS that's run on Linux, I don't know. I think there's some value in that. I do. I think there's some value in that. Like, I feel like if you've got money and you really want it and you want to support Steam or whatever, it is what it is, man. But yeah, spec wise, it is kind of borderline. Like, I mean, there's literally thousands of games you can play on that. That's where I keep going. That's what I keep coming back to. I've been playing games for over 40 years, and the amount of games on Steam, the available games on Steam, that essentially means that there's lots and lots of stuff for you to play on. Nova Lake and Raptor Lake next are delayed. Frog doesn't do much Intel stuff. No, I don't. Well, I mean, I would buy an Intel build. I would just wait until after the I would just wait until their next line comes out so that it could be better than what I've got now. I want longevity on my board. I would want to be able to upgrade more. 270K plus is at its end. I mean, I get that the 270K plus is very affordable, but MSI 5068 gig, bro, anybody can survive with that. I mean, dude, I was able to play an RTX 5050 when I put on Battlefield 6 at 1080p on a 5050 and had over 200 frames. I was like, damn, this is badass. This is legit playable. John Wolf, what's up, buddy? 270K plus is like, yeah, exactly. I think it's the exact same thing, but without the degradation. Yep. Yeah. I no, I absolutely believe that the 270K is an incredible CPU, and I would absolutely buy one, but I just want to get an Intel build next gen. Looks so good on my 9070. Nice, brother. I should jump on some Battlefield 6, buy them all. No, I do want to eventually do a full Intel build. Eventually. Um, not right now. I'm not a big multiplayer gamer, man. I would play the campaign. I haven't even finished the campaign on it. Yeah, I'm not a big multiplayer gamer anymore. I just don't have time to get sucked into multiplayer anymore, man. The channel and my job and everything just kind of keeps me at a point where I don't have time to invest in multiplayer online games anymore. And that sucks. That really does suck. Buy my physical copies and open the plastic box to get my cardboard to get your slip. Yeah, Sleeping Dogs is a badass game, and you can play that on a 4 gigabyte GPU. Black Flag is a very good game. Well, I used to play a lot of Black Desert Online, man. Like, I before I started this channel, that was like one of the last games I was playing. That, Destiny 2, Outriders. Um, and then once I started this channel, dude, I had 0 time to play those anymore. We played a bunch of Arc Raiders when that first came out, and, like, it was very, very fun, and I had a really good time playing that game, but I just started to get to a point where I was like, "Man, I was getting addicted to it, and I wanted to," and I didn't wanna turn the channel into Arc Raiders content. EverQuest was good back in the day. I did ESO Online for a while, and then I switched over to Black Desert Online, and then I switched over to YouTube. Expenses got me rethinking my sim racing. Is the G923 worth it? The G923, John, is you'll grow out of it pretty fast. That's the thing. I actually partnered up with Fanatec, John. So I'm gonna be creating a bunch of Fanatec content over the coming months. They're gonna send me out a bunch of stuff to cover. What monitor do I have? Well, they're gonna send me out a bunch of stuff to cover over the next coming months. And we'll we'll kind of go from there. Honestly, John, $500, 5 to $600 is probably where I would minimum try to get in. The only thing with like the Logitech G923 or like the Thrustmaster T248, like they're good wheels and they get the job done and they're fun, but you will grow out of it so fast that you're gonna wish that you bought something better. And then that's just money, and then that's just money that you're basically not necessarily throwing away because yeah, you're gonna enjoy it and you're gonna have fun. But knowing what I know about sim racing and how I started, because I tried to take the cheap way out. I bought my first wheel was a Thrustmaster T5 T150. That was like 150 bucks. Then I bought a Thrustmaster TMX, which was another 150 bucks. So that was $300 just to play on Xbox and PlayStation. And then from there, I bought a TX. Like I was upgrading like every 6 months because I wanted more. I just wanted a more robust feeling. And pretty soon, like the Thrustmaster of the Fanatec 8 Newton meter DD Pro lasted me like 3 years before I finally decided to upgrade to the Club Sport DD. And now I have more than enough power to last me forever. Like I literally do not need any more power than my Club Sport DD. Um, I did try the Onimusha demo. I'm definitely gonna buy that. It is a little bit tough, but I love Onimusha and I will buy it, even if I only play 3 hours of it. I do like it. It looks incredible and it was very fun. Monitors, I have an LG 4K dual mode. It's 4K and 1080p. And then I also have my ultra wide monitors, um, the 45-inch, 39-inch, and then an Asus 4K dual mode IPS monitor. What is up, comedic Jeff or Jer Front? Chair Frangers. Oh, say, yeah, okay, comedic. I'm just gonna call you comedic, bro. Not much. I'm doing good. Have a question. If the Xbox Helix has a disk drive when PS6 doesn't, and it's more powerful, I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think anybody's gonna give a crap, dude. Physical media is dead. It's dying pretty quick. I don't think that that's gonna make a massive difference. You might have a couple of them are like you might have a couple of them be like, "Yeah, I'm leaving PlayStation for Xbox," and make a couple videos, and then they'll find out that, "Oh, yeah, nobody gives a shit," and then I'll be like, "Oh, man," and then they'll sell it and buy a PlayStation 6. They'll be like, "But the exclusive," because PlayStation will just be like, "Oh, guys, we're bringing back the good exclusives again," and they'll all come running back. Yeah, John, honestly, bro, if you need to save up a little bit more money to get a good rig, I would do that. My recommendations still remain the same. T598 is the minimum that I would recommend buying. Fanatec if you want that more robust experience. Obviously, the best you can get on consoles from Thrustmaster is gonna be the T8 one or the T598. Fanatec offers 2 options, which is the Club Sport or the, CSL DD, well, the GT Pro, 5 or 8 Newton meters, and then they also offer the DD Extreme, which is 18 Newton meters. And then Logitech obviously offers the RS50, which is 8 Newton meters, and then they also have the G Pro that is 11 Newton meters. Um, any one of those would be absolutely incredible and last you a very long time. 9070 XT is the most average person. Oh yeah, absolutely. Right now, 9070 XT, 5070 Ti is all you really need for the majority of gaming. What tech type? Again, for monitors, OLED. I usually lean toward OLED, but IPS is very good technology still, and you can usually get a pretty good IPS monitor for a pretty low price. So either or. Mini LED. I have never tried a mini LED, but I've obviously seen them at stores. But is I don't think that really matters because unless you have it like in your own space, you don't really know. What game was I really excited to come out and play? God of War Ragnarok. Couple videos showing what you can expect. The graphics in some games to get a solid 60 FPS. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. My extremely long name, it's a tongue twister. Absolutely, bro. That's why I'm just gonna call you comedic. That part I can read. So it's kind of crazy that like I think that like people were like, damn, dude, like thinking I was just making like that 5070 Ti video to for clicks, but man, I've been thinking about the 5070 Ti again for a long time. RGB TVs, the RG okay, the RGB, they are pretty nice. Like the ones at CES that I saw were pretty nice. They have like this more robust color, and the one that I really saw up close was that Samsung TV they were showing off, but they should have made that TV 8K because the 4K with that big, it still looked kind of screen door effect. Um, but Samsung has some pretty cool technologies coming out too. Silent Rob, an irate gamer, Silent Rob absolutely eviscerated. I don't even know who those guys are, bro. I don't even know who they are. I'm sorry. The Samsung had that 6K monitor that's like 3D. I think they're gonna be asking like 3,500 bucks for it. That is pretty cool, but not something that I would pay that much for. Best Buy had that Samsung 49-inch super ultra wide for 1,000 bucks, dude. It was $700 off. So I know that they'll drop their prices pretty soon. LG G6 OLED. LG panels are incredible, man. They make great TVs, very premium. Was the glasses 3D at CES? Oh, yeah, absolutely, bro. I was at the Asus booth. They had the oh gosh, what were they called again? What were those glasses at CES? I don't remember the name of them. Oh, X-Real. The X-Real, 240 hertz, bro. Those glasses were badass. I was actually playing with them on a ROG Nook. Asus is like it was like a 5070 Ti Nook, and that thing, bro, was so smooth and it felt so good. It was pretty fun. "What's up, Gillis Grant?" Yeah, LG actually makes really good panels, man, really good monitors, really good TVs. I absolutely recommend that brand. Obviously, you get the pop-up right now that Gamers Nexus is on a crusade against, and it's like, "Damn, dude, can we enjoy any of our products without these guys freaking out about every little thing?" Yeah, OLED has definitely come down a lot in price and a lot easier to get nowadays. When it first came out, it was quite expensive, but now it's pretty affordable, especially if you buy a previous year model on sale. Those are definitely worth having. Some of them are using mini LED. Not all, I think. I don't even think I've seen an RGB TV that was OLED. I think everything was either IPS or I don't remember seeing a mini LED though. The plasmas, oh yeah, dude, plasma TVs were very nice when they came out. They had that really good looking picture, like, quality. Yeah. I think OLED is the new plasma, though. If you were to, like, I would say that's the new evolution of plasma TV. More, more, more. TV technology has I think we're pretty much at 2026 top end is RGB mini LED. Okay, yeah, I didn't see Sony at CES. I saw LG, I saw Samsung, I think I saw TLC, obviously Asus. TV wise, yeah, it was I think we just saw Samsung and uh LG. 8K resolution, I mean, I don't know. 8K is still a ways off for text imbalance. Yeah. QLED's all right. QLED looks pretty good. I've had multiple I mean, I've got a QLED TV in my front room. I'm just waiting for that to die so I can replace it with a 77-inch or bigger. Papa Charlotte, what's up, buddy? I'm just waiting for that one to die so I can buy a cooler one. I don't think you need 8K, bro. It's too much. We can't even get a consistent 4K for real, huh? For real, man. 4K, I mean, resolution is resolution. You just gotta have the right gear to run that resolution, man. QD OLEDs, they seem purplish, but I haven't seen it many in real life. I think they're brighter. They're definitely brighter and they have more I don't I don't really like the way the color looks on them. Samsung's still trying to push 8K technology, but I don't know why nobody's buying it. I mean, you need a really big screen for 8K to make sense. Oh, thank you, tree. Am I being too loud, baby? Am I being too loud? It's hard to tell the difference. It really is. You have to see it at your own house, bro, honestly, you know what the funny thing is no matter what you buy, as soon as you get it home, you're gonna be happy with it because you're gonna be at home and it's gonna look incredible. You know what I mean? Like, I could go out right now and buy, like, a QD OLED, bring it home, and it would look incredible. I could go out and buy an IPS, bring it home. When I first turned on the Asus monitor and started playing games on that, I was like, "Holy shit, this looks incredible." It was brighter than my OLEDs, and, and it looked, like, really pixel sharp, at 4K and stuff, and I was like, "Gosh damn, this looks incredible." Makes it smaller so everything is sharper? Yeah, pretty much. Well, 8K from 10 feet away looks just as good as 1080p. So NVIDIA cards, do you notice a big difference in ray tracing or upscaling? Absolutely not. I I don't. I don't notice a massive difference, to be completely honest with you, especially with FSR 4.1 and DLSS 4.5. There's not a massive difference. The only thing that I do notice is that there's more of like this um like the lines are sharper on Nvidia and AMD looks more cinematic, but they both look good. There's less flickering on both of them. And ray tracing, yeah. The only difference you really notice in ray tracing nowadays is from path tracing, and even that, bro, is one of those things where it's like hit or miss with certain like Resident Evil Requiem looked incredible. Upscaling from 8K? Nah. I have a 9700X, I have a 9800X 3D, and then I also have a 9950X 3D. I found out Google Gemini that my local IMAX still uses 1080p projector, haven't upgraded to 4K laser yet. Remember seeing the pixels last time? For real, huh? DLSS or pixels? I think pixels matter more, to be completely honest with you. Huh. 1080p is still high definition. It's still high definition and it still looks pretty good. I I don't mind playing on 1080p, guys. Honestly, it's not bad. I think that 4K came out and it's just like really sharp and really clean, and so people are like, "Oh my gosh, it does. It looks good. 4K looks really good." But that doesn't mean that 1080p looks bad. I mean, 720p for me is where I start to be like, "Okay, yeah, I definitely can afford better, so I'm gonna have better." But I could play on 720p if I had to. 1080p max or DLAA still looks great. Yeah, 1080p still looks fine, especially at high frames, dude. 1080p at like 400 frames is incredible. You know what I mean? 3D, etcetera. Oh, nice, bro. The new Samsung 6K monitors can do 3D, but I think it was IPS, bro, for movie theaters. Oh, yeah, dude, for movie theaters, it should absolutely be 4K. You want the cleanest, clearest picture ever. When I went and saw Odyssey last weekend, I thought the Odyssey was pretty good, guys. I thought the Odyssey was a fun, pretty good movie, actually. They did a good job with that. Cinema for a while due to COVID times, and I got used to 4K movies at home. Yep. I I I will only go see specific movies in the theater now. Everything else, I just wait till it comes to streaming. I'm just too busy, man. Like, it's a lot of work to go to a theater and see a movie when I can just stream it from my house. I could jump over there, stream it like I did with Mortal Kombat 2 the other day, and then I could jump back over here and make my content or play my games or whatever. Um, I'll tell you what, dude, this channel kind of makes me feel a little trapped at home sometimes. It does. Like, honestly though, this summer we've been doing a lot more. I've put out this July versus last July 20 less videos. Thoughts on using 5070 Ti for 4K? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. You are using upscaling, pretty aggressive upscaling, and sometimes you are using frame generation, but I feel like the majority of the time I'm able to get 60 FPS with performance. So I'm okay with that. And if I can get that, then I can use frame gen and, my the experience is smoother. Social media made me hate it, but I went. Oh, yeah, dude. Social media will make you hate anything these days. That's why I really do try to be balanced, guys. I try to be balanced. I try to look at things because look, obviously we're interested in stuff. And yeah, dude, I can make a lot of money being angry on YouTube. I know I can. I could absolutely make a lot of money because obviously more people resonate with that than they do with the way I create content. Some people will watch it and they'll be like, "No, man, I don't care." Like me looking for the positive in a 4 gigabyte GPU. Like, who the hell does that? Nobody. Nobody else does that. How good does it look on 4K DLSS instead of 1440p native? It looks good. It looks good on 4K DLSS. That's the thing is DLSS is good enough to where 4K. Like, it's hard to distinguish between native 4K and DLSS. Actually, DLSS kinda looks a little bit better because it's cleaner. Native 4K native 4K TAA, you still get, like, inconsistencies in the visual quality, but DLSS actually looks really, really good. Even 1440p upscaled from 720p with DLSS looks good. Even 1080p with DLSS looks good now. Same with FSR. FSR 4.1 can run 540p to 1080p and still look as good as 1080p or slightly better. No, I know. TAA, I don't necessarily have a big problem with TAA. My biggest problem with games these days is that gosh damn chromatic aberration. I freaking hate chromatic aberration. I think it is the ugliest thing they've ever brought to video games, and they need to abandon that quickly. That made freaking Hellblade 2 look so ugly that I hated playing that. I mean, I didn't hate playing it. I liked playing it, but gosh damn, dude, the freaking it just made everything look ugly and smeary and I hate chromatic aberration. It's like the worst thing ever for me. I I did a couple of videos tonight. Which ones did I record? Oh, some Lego Batman and some Halo Infinite or Halo. I did a couple videos on Halo. I think Did I do Resident Evil Requiem? I did. I did Resident Evil Requiem 2 with pad tracing on the 5070 Ti, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is actually not too bad." A monitor? Recommend for PS5 Pro? Now, how much do you wanna spend? 32-inch 4K dual mode. Any one of them would be good. If you want OLED, I would go with either Asus or LG. If you want freaking IPS, bro, I would still go with Asus or something. 32-inch 4K Neo QLED, Odyssey gaming monitor versus Asus QLED. I would probably go with the Asus, bro. To be completely honest with you, I would just go with the Asus because it's a dual mode 4K 1080p with the Steam Machine. I don't have a Steam Machine yet. Mm, I would go with the XG32 UCG. I actually have that monitor and I love it. I love that monitor. It looks beautiful on the PS5 Pro. Oh yeah, Asus has the HDMI 2.1. It's got dual mode. It also has ELMB technology that will get rid of ghosting, and it works pretty good. So I would absolutely go with the Asus monitor. All right, when I play on PS5 Pro, does it use around a performance balance upscale to hit 4K at 60? It does. Performance. The 4K on the PS5 Pro actually looks pretty clean when it's using PSSR2. I don't think it's balanced. I think it's probably closer to performance. I think they're probably upscaling from like 864p to 4K because most games on the regular PlayStation, if they're like 864p, then your PS5 Pro is going to upscale from that resolution to try to give you the same ballpark performance at 60 frames per second. And so that's pretty much where you're coming from. Maybe even 720p. That's the thing though. FSR 4.1 can upscale from pretty low resolution and give you really clean 4K image quality. And so I think PS5 Pro is essentially just upscaling what the base PlayStation 5 is already putting out to 4K. Because doesn't really have the PlayStation 5 Pro doesn't really have a better CPU, so you're essentially just upscaling from where the base PlayStation 5 is performance-wise. Uh, It's really amazing. This monitor is yeah, it's a very good monitor. I really do like it. I've had it for about a year now. FSR 4 work on RDNA 2. In theory, couldn't they put it on the base PS5 and Series X? Absolutely. They could, but PlayStation 5 is gonna struggle with it because it's only got 32 cores. Xbox would probably be a little bit better because it has 54 cores, and the thing with, Int 8's gonna run better on multiple cores, because you have to use all of those accelerators to be able to run it, and it's gonna run, but it's not gonna give you massive performance on RDNA 2. It barely gives you good performance on RDNA 3. So essentially, if they were to bring it to Xbox and Xbox Series X and PS5, Xbox Series X is gonna run it better because it has full native RDNA 2. PlayStation 5 does not have full RDNA 2 feature set, so it might not run as well on PlayStation. They would do it. It will be up to the developer to implement. It's not gonna be an Xbox or PlayStation thing, it'll be developer. The developer will have the choice. Most of them are using, FSR1 because that is the most performance that they can get out of it. That FSR1 is very, very good at giving them good performance and a roundabout upscaling. FSR2 is obviously being used a lot on the consoles. So is FSR3 now. They're actually using FSR3. FSR4 is definitely compute intensive when you don't have the proper AI upscaling like you do in RDNA 4. Yeah. FSR 1 and 2, I mean, 2 is not horrible. I mean, see, you don't know it's horrible until you've seen better. You know what I mean? Like, if you've never seen better, then you don't know it's horrible. I used to be really picky about that stuff when I first on Xbox One and Xbox One X and PS5 Pro because checkerboard rendering would make your image look kind of chunky and fuzzy, whereas Xbox One X would give you like a 4K image quality. It looked clean. Um, so I used to be pretty picky on it, and I wouldn't even buy games that were 1080p, but now I do. Papa Charlie. It wasn't even until honestly, guys, you're better off. Sometimes you're better off just running your Xbox or PlayStation in 1080p mode and letting your screen, if you've got a good TV, let it upscale for you. Then at least you'll get clean image quality on them base consoles, man. Just throw them in 1080p mode and let it send a 1080p signal to your TV, and your TV will do the upscaling for you. Especially if you bought a really good um especially if you buy like a really good like LG or Sony or Samsung, they've got really good upscalers in them that will upscale that image quality to 4K, and it does a pretty good job. If you want some good headphones, the Rig. These are the Rig R5 Max HD. These things are incredible. Right when you plug them into your PC, dude, it automatically will if you download the Dolby Atmos, like you get it free with these headphones. Like right when you plug them in, bro. They are comfortable. And then you could take this off. You could take off these covers and put different ones on them, customized. But even this, the earmuffs come off so that you can replace them, and they have memory foam. I wish that I had a better light so you could see them, but they have memory foam. They're really nice. They sent these they sent these out to me. And then I also have the PlayStation version of them. Both are very, very nice. And they lay flat. Look, for these headphones. Yeah, I can get you a link. What, baby? Cat, be nice. Go away, kitty meow. Go, cat. Or five. What the hell, dude? It won't even give me a link for it now. It says they're frequently returned. I love these headphones, man. That's why I don't understand. Like, why the hell would they be frequently returned? That doesn't make any sense to me. Give me a gosh damn link. Here's a link to, and they are the R5 Max HD. They're like 120 bucks. That's why they are a little bit more expensive. Um, that's probably why they're not giving me a link on them. But if I do with a R5 Pro HS, these ones here are the, yeah, I know for us, this is the PlayStation version of them. It'll let me get a link for that because those aren't freaking returned, but they have different colors of them, so you can always find. I like these Nacon headphones, dude. They're very, very nice. That just sucks that these ones are the premium. Those are the premium ones too, man. Coupon price is 86 bucks. Yeah, dude. $200 to get some nice ones. They are pretty nice. They are very nice. They come with a microphone. They come with all kinds of stuff, bro. Dude, just the fact that you can pull off these and replace them like your ear things, you can replace those. They fit very comfortably. I actually I actually don't really like wearing headphones when I'm playing games. Honestly, dude, I probably got like 10 pair of freaking headphones from Chinese companies, bro, and they never feel very, very comfortable. Not as comfortable as those. That's why they're sitting on my desk, man. All the rest of them, all the ones that I don't care about are sitting over here, like buried under here. I mean, like, look, they send me headsets all the time. And I usually just give them away. I'll make the video that they asked me to make and then I give them away. Oh yeah, the mic audio is good too. You get free, you get I mean, you automatically get set up with Dolby Atmos or whatever, and then you get a good microphone with them. I don't use the microphone on my Pro. I just use those for listening. The sound is so good. The quality of sound is so good in those. Did you see that new Ubisoft game? What new Ubisoft game? The Mortal freaking Blade or whatever, the one that they're publishing? Yeah, it also works on PS5. They're my favorite. I like the memory foam. Honestly, the memory foam feels really good on my ears. Most of those other ones, they have that fake fox leather or faux leather or whatever, and I hate that. I freaking hate that so bad because it sticks to my face and makes me sweaty. I hate it. But these here, they don't make you super sweaty. It's nice, cool, freaking memory foam, and it just feels good. And they look good because they got that gold freaking band right here. Some nice adjustability. Very nice rigs. Usually Ubisoft, if they have a new game or something, they'll send me an email and ask me if I want to participate with the game. Nice. Bro, that freaking video is already almost up to 2,000 views. That is crazy. Why are people so hungry for people leaving or getting or downgrading from 5090s? That's crazy. I'm gonna have to make a video tomorrow explaining everything. Because after tonight playing around on that, dude, I was like blown away that it's still very, very good. I was pretty negative toward the 4080 Super when I had that card, which is weird because 4080 Super was pretty comparable to the 4070 Ti or 5070 Ti, and the 5070 Ti is just a more robust card with, access to everything. Yeah, the 4080 Super, I mean, now with my new current state of mind, it is a pretty decent card. It is a pretty decent card. But I didn't miss that one when I got rid of it. Like I missed my 5070 Ti. I missed that card so much, bro, that I was like, damn, dude, why did I let that one go? And the thing is I sold it to a friend, dude, for like a fraction of what I paid for it because he needed a GPU, and I felt bad that it was like in the middle of that like crisis or whatever, like nobody could get them or the prices were too high or so. I don't remember what it was. It was like in the beginning. Oh yeah, it was in the beginning of when the prices started going up. Huh. Because I'd already gotten, the 5090 and everything. 1,300 buckaroos. Yep. I bought mine. My 4080 Super cost me the exact same as I paid for this, 1,200 bucks. Because I keep getting the freaking AIB ones, man. Damn. Damn. Wait. What the freak? Oh, man. Well, my friends, I'm going to go to bed unless you guys want to keep talking. There's 39 of you here. So, I mean, we could stay for a while if you want. It's only 11. Doubling down on digital only games, it's the least surprising thing ever. Oh, dude, did you really expect PlayStation to give a shit about 20% of their player base? Did you really care? Did you really think they were going to did you really think? I mean, dude, GTA 6 is their way of saying, "Yeah, dude, we're done. This game's gonna be digital only. We don't care. We know you're trapped in our ecosystem if you wanna play your beloved GTA." So, yeah, I honestly think it's just because Rockstar wants to extract as much money out of that game as possible, and so they don't want people buying that shit used. People still dude, they're gonna try to do that little pretend freaking boycott shit. I think it's funny. Honestly, I think it's funny. I just think it's funny that they're gonna all pretend to, "Yeah, yeah, we're gonna boycott," and every single one of them dudes are gonna be on their PlayStations playing freaking video games. I mean, you really think them boys are gonna go out and touch grass? They're all gonna be on their stuck on their little waifu simulators. They keep saying all this stuff about, like, ugly girls in games, but it's like, dude, the developers are actually doing them boys a favor. They're trying to help them get used to seeing freaking average girls so that they can go out and find themselves a mate, bro, because unfortunately, all these boys are sitting there playing these video games all day and falling in love with pixels. So they're like, "Oh, man, maybe we should show them average girls so that they'll actually go out and feel confident to talk to a girl." You know what I mean? Instead of like these, these these, over exaggerated freaking female characters. They're like, "Yeah, we can't have these boys feeling like that," because then well, what happens is these little gamer nerds, they get these unrealistic high expectations for what a girl should look like, and, unfortunately, those girls are never gonna talk to them, and so they will always be lonely, and so all the ugly girls that make video game not ugly girls, but average girls that make video games now because that's what they do, they, they wanna represent themselves so that these little nerdy boys will stop playing with Woody and, like, talk to him and stuff, you know what I mean? I think it's just, because the girls are in control and they're trying to get some too. So, yeah, they're just trying to help. Can't be mad at them for that, bro. I mean, they're, like, doing their best. Woke female developers. Yeah. They're not even woke. They're just trying to help you boys be realistic, man. They're like, girls don't look like Eve in real life, and if they do, they ain't talking to you. So, huh, it is pretty funny, man. I actually said that over there on Twitter the other day when one of them grifters were talking about, I don't remember what they were talking about or what female character, but I was like, bro, man, these these developers are actually just trying to help you guys actually find a woman, man. These little nerdy boys are sitting there on the beach with a stellar blade. They've got like 5,000 hours on the beach, bro. They haven't even beat the first level. Campaign evolved visuals look insane and third level. Yeah, for real. Nice. Well, how much you go to look at like player stats on Stellar Blade, and these boys are like 5,000 hours on the beach, bro. I've consistently seen are just the random girls that work at the hoagie shop or the coffee shop. For real, bro. For real. The opening scene, they ain't even left the opening scene yet, man. They got 5,000 hours. They're like, "Yeah, man, I got 5,000 hours." And they're like, "Well, how many times you platinum it?" They're like, "I ain't even left the first level." Oh gosh. Or maybe they make it to the second level and they're just like climbing up and down the ladder all day. Climb up the ladder, climb down the ladder, climb up the ladder, climb down the ladder. Them little gooners, them little goony boys, man. What the hell? The boycott crew are the funniest types of people and nothing ever happens. For real, bro. That's why honestly, man, the grifters get on here and get everybody all riled up and then none of them magazines that was worse. Yeah, way worse, bro. Now these guys are gooning to freaking Polygon. Yeah, most of these dudes would probably be most of these guys are probably gooning to freaking Roblox, bro. 70 Ti gang, yeah. We are back. Simulators on PlayStation. They're on PC for real. See, don't tell the ponies that because then they'll be all over here on the PC. They'll be like, man, I need a 5090. I need a 5090. Yeah, we're back on the 57 to Ti. They're not boycotting shit, dude. They're gonna keep buying their little freaking PlayStations and they're gonna keep pretending that they got the best games ever. Those guys would be lost without their video games. What else are they gonna do? What else would they do? Seriously. What the hell are they gonna do for 3 whole days without their video games? Tell me. Like, I'm curious, like, what the hell are they gonna do for 3 whole days without playing video games? You think it'll be till Sony puts their games back on PC? Um, I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep doing it. I know they're talking about not doing it, but they need the money. They need the money a lot. Sony's poor, bro. They need the money. Freaking out about ChatGPT shutting down their AI boyfriends and girlfriends. Oh, dude, yeah, they were probably way mad about that. How dare you? How dare you? That was the love of my life. Like, no, you can't be using this as an more. It's sad, dude. I mean, I'm actually all for. Honestly, at this point, after thinking about it that way, I'm actually all for them putting average looking female characters in games, man, so that these boys will stop having unrealistic expectations. But unfortunately, the Japanese are not going to do that. Neither are the Chinese. They're going to keep putting in, in the Korean, developers, they're going to keep putting Eves in their games. And these boys will just stop buying Western games and they'll just start buying those. I mean, when you got Endymion leading the charge with their supreme leader, what's that dude's name? He blocked me. The one that Goons is his name Goons or whatever his name is? Their supreme leader of the anti-woke bros or whatever. And then you got freaking what's his damn name? Oh, I don't even remember. Kim Jong Un. No, not Kim Jong Un. It's he I call him Supreme Leader Goons or whatever his name is. Is it Goons? The dude that made Warcraft or whatever? And now he's just over there on X, always talking about woke and woke this and woke that. He blocked me. Whoa. No, I didn't sell my 5090. It's right here. I just bought a 5070 Ti so that I could so that I can hang out with you freaking peasants and not feel bad about it. The peasants kept telling me that I'm out of touch, bro. I'm like, bro, I was just saying that the 4 gigabyte GPU was perfectly okay for playing some game. I just wanted to hang out with the peasants again, man. I just wanted to show you guys that I just wanted to be in solidarity with the peasants. That's pretty bad when we call a 5070 Ti a peasant card now. Oh my gosh, bro. The peasants are waking up. I think anybody that buys that AMD 4 gigabyte card, those are the real peasants. Those are the new peasants. 8 gigabyte cards, you guys are free. You guys are scot free. You guys can move along and have fun. And you can look down on the 4 gigabyte bros and be like, those are the peasants. You don't have to feel like a peasant no more. AMD saved your ass from total ruin by putting out a 4 gigabyte GPU. So you're good now. You are golden. Mobile gaming. The mobile gaming peasants. Uh, uh, Dude, even the mobile gamers got more freaking RAM than 4 gigabytes, dude. Sheesh. The 4 gigabyte bros are the new peasant class. AMD's just like AMD and Nvidia were so ashamed of their 8 gigabyte cards that they're like, you know what? Let's just put out a 4 gigabyte card that nobody's gonna buy so we can to take the heat off the 8 gigabyte ones. That's the only reason the 4 gigabyte card exists is so that people will buy 8 gigabytes. They're like, because it forces them to think like I did. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, well, wait a minute, a 4 gigabyte card. And then I thought about it for a minute and I was like, oh, dude, you could still play like a lot of games on that. And then I started thinking more and I was like, okay, that makes sense. People could still play games on it. It would still be fairly decent at 720p, 1080p. And then I started thinking, and now it's like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe they put out a 4 gigabyte card to completely take the focus off the 8 gigabyte cards so they could actually sell those. I think Nvidia will come out with a 4 gigabyte card too. They'll just throw out like a 50/50, like a 50/40 4 gigabyte. They'll be like, you know what? Let's just meet AMD down at the bottom and let's do some 4 gigabyte cards. What you know what the funny thing is like a couple months later, neural texture rendering comes out, makes it so you can run every game with less than 4 gigs. Grums, yeah, that's his name. Grums, the supreme leader of the anti-woke bros. These games are so woke. They're so woke. It's like, no, bro, they're just putting chicks in there that would potentially talk to you. Oh, what's the point of buying a 5070 Ti if you have a 5090? Do I really need to spell that out, Xbone? Do I really need to say that I am a YouTube content creator? So it probably makes more sense to cover a product that more than the top 1% can buy and go to like the top 10%. So now I can expand my coverage to a few more people. And I have a 9070 XT and they're essentially in the same class. And I'm scared the 5090 will blow up. It's going on year 2, man. Like, it is terrifying that it lasted a whole year. Like, seriously, like 16 more days, bro, and it's been a whole freaking year that I've had that 5090. That, my friends, is good. Hey, some of my other 5090 bros, they've already dropped off, dude. They already sold their 5090s, and I just figured, I really liked the 5070 Ti, so I wanted to buy one. I wanted to have another one. All this talk of technology when in reality, we need Jesus. Absolutely. Video games are not going to make you happy. The Lord Jesus is the living water. You will not thirst nor hunger if you just find Jesus, man. Daniel Owens, he's a 5090, bro. They gave him a new one immediately. He says all the right negative things about AMD, so he gets one. Video games makes me happy. Video games makes me happy too. Oh yeah, dude, they sent him out a new one immediately. They're like, "Oh gosh, we got to get Mr. Owens one. We got to make him happy." Honestly, Daniel Owens is frying is what made me think, "Oh, damn." It's true, Leo. The Lord Jesus, man, that's all you need. Really, it is. I mean, honestly, I mean, yeah, dude, the stuff of the world is pretty cool, but I mean, it's never gonna truly make you happy. I mean, think about it, dude. We complain about everything. We nitpick everything to crap, dude. It's like, how happy are we? His last name is not plural, but everyone says it plural. Daniel Owens, I know, need money. I mean, Jesus won't pay my bills. Ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. You don't think you would pay your rent? I guarantee it. If you were to drop everything, literally everything, and spread the word and go around spreading the word, I guarantee you that people would take care of you. I guarantee it. You'd be fed, you'd be clothed, you'd be taken well care of. You'd want for nothing. If you went and you opened a church and you just preached, I guarantee you would want for nothing. If you brought the word of the Lord to the people, to his flocks, you would gain a flock and you would want for nothing. Peeved with gaming at the moment, but still better than movies and stuff. Love the community of gaming. Maybe movies have this too, but I still like this better. Absolutely, bro. I watched Masters of the Universe and I was like, hell yeah. What a cool movie. What a cool recreation of my childhood hero, He-Man. I was happy. I loved it, dude. I thought it was good. So rely on others to take other people's money? No. I'm just saying that if you do the Lord's work, the Lord's people will take care of you. You will want for nothing. And it will be like nothing for them to give it to you. You know what I mean? Because they would have abundance to give you. And in turn, them giving to you, the Lord would bless them more. And it would the circle of, yeah, dude. I mean, I guarantee it, bro. Like, I legit guarantee it. If you devote your life to the Lord and serving the Lord, you will want for nothing. Because, I mean, think about it. If everybody devoted their life to the Lord and we used our collective skills, do you really think we would want for anything, bro? I mean, seriously, the workers do all the work that create all the stuff. And if we were all like Christians and helping our brothers and sisters and everything else like that, if we were literally living the way Jesus Christ wants us to live, we would all want for absolutely nothing. And we would all be serving each other because that's the way the Lord wants it. If we served each other, we would all want for nothing. We scrape by because we live in the world and we live by the rules of the world. If we lived by the Lord Jesus's will, we would all want for nothing because there would be no money. There would be no scraping by. There would be everybody would be serving each other and we would all have food and clothes. Think about it. If I'm a mechanic and, I wanted like a PlayStation from the person that made a PlayStation and I'm fixing their car and they're giving me my PlayStation and stuff without any money, bro, we would all want for nothing. Seriously. Like think about that. Mull over that for the rest of the night and like come to your own conclusion on it. If we did what Jesus told us to do, love thy neighbor like thyself, serve those, take care of the poor, help the needy, blah 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 blah, you would be infinitely blessed and they would be taken care of and you would be taken care of because the whole circle, like seriously, like Jesus literally told you, like there's no need to be greedy or anything. Like everybody would have everything they wanted and everything they needed, and you would want for nothing. And if you give your life to the Lord and do his work, you will want for nothing because his people will take care of you. And yes, that is why pastors live in mansions and private jets and all of that stuff, is because their flocks take care of them. They give in abundance and they have an abundance. You know what I mean? Because people will only give what they can. You know what I mean? Exactly, man. He was throwing money changers over and like, yeah, dude, I guarantee it. Like, it makes sense if you think about it. Like, we're all humans and we all create things and we're all very capable people and doing stuff. Like, I can fix things and I can build things and all kinds of stuff. And, but I can't build a video game. Somebody else can build a video game, but I could build them a house. You know what I mean? Like I could fix their vehicle. I could do whatever and they could give me the stuff that money is just a way to hold people down. Just more RAM. Exactly, bro. Honestly, if everybody lived by the word of Christ and did what Christ asked us to do, we would all have every single thing we needed. There would be no greed, there would be no anger, there would be none of that. There would be nothing. You know what I mean? Because everybody would have everything. The Lord would feed us, I mean, think about it. We would have flocks, we would have freaking, our own, we would grow our own food, we would help each other build our own houses, everything. We would all live in harmony. How do you know they can't pay their own bills, bro? How do you know they can't pay their own bills? You know that most churches and most wards, if there's a member in the ward and they're struggling, the churches help, right? The churches will pay their rent. The churches will give them food. The churches will, send people over to help, volunteer to do things. You realize that that's what church communities do, right? Like it's not just people just go there to give the pastor money and listen to their sermon. That's why that's why I don't feel bad buying tech. People dedicate their lives and knowledge to developing the tech. And yeah, exactly, bro. I use it for I buy tech because I like it. I want it. You know what I mean? Like I want to enjoy my fellow man's creations and then I do my part. I work hard to earn the money to do what I want to do and they work hard to earn the money that they want to do. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it. If I can't afford it, then I can buy it. Don't mean to get all religious on you boys, but sometimes you just need a little bit of sometimes you just need a little bit of the Lord, man. I'm not even joking, man. If it wasn't for, my faith and everything, bro, like I've been through enough stuff in my life that would have broke the average man. The average man would have broke far before being able to do it. I just want to take care of my family and enjoy my tech. And is that hard for you to do right now or what's up? I mean, I know it's challenging some days, bro, but like I said, like the Lord gave you the way. He gave you all the answers. You just knock and he'll answer. Ask and you shall receive. You know what I mean? Knock and it will open. Engineering software needed to use when transferring to university to finish your degree. Nice. I had a shitty laptop at the time that couldn't even run an AutoCAD. Built a decent 1K computer in 2019. Good old 1660 Super. Nice, bro. Nice. Yes, there's a lot of greedy people in the world. Like, that's true. And that's why money was invented so people can hoard whatever they want. Creator, we would not be gaming. Exactly, bro. If it wasn't for that smart person that decided to try something different, like, think about it, man. These people, like, most of us grew up alongside the people that make our games, man. And because of their tenacity and their will to do something, we get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But yeah, dude, we have to pay them. We take care of them. But you want more? Tired of living from paycheck to paycheck? Yeah, I get it, bro. I completely understand. Congrats on getting another. Thank you. Was lucky to get the same one for 965. Dude, you got it for 965 after tax? Lucky. You're so lucky. I'm actually stoked that I got another 5070 Ti, bro. Like, I'm very happy. Dang, man. Ooh, dang. Seems perfect for a laptop. Yeah, I mean, maybe in a few years. Isn't like the 5070 Ti laptop like a 5060 or something? Power draw versus performance. Yeah. I mean, but when you're on like a little small laptop screen, 1080p even looked incredible. I was like, wow, everything is weaker. You know what the funny thing is, man, is like games games are incredible. I love playing games and we have some incredible technology. I mean, like dual mode monitors, 4K 1080p, like you can just switch it to 1080p and your GPU, your 4K GPU just became a freaking 5090 1080p, you know what I mean? 16 gigs at 1080p, you'll never use that much VRAM and it will run 1080p max settings for a very long time. Just get a nice just get a good monitor with a good PPI for 1080p and it looks just as good as 4K, man. A 24-inch 1080p monitor looks absolutely incredible. Incredible. Very clean, beautiful freaking pixels, high quality settings. Nice, nice. 2K for a 5080. Yeah, that's like kind of extreme for what you get versus a 5070 Ti. That's why I'm just like, man, you're probably just better off with a 5070 Ti. Ooh, yeah. The prices have been so wild this generation for everything. It's just like, dang. Since the 4070 4790K. But money don't make me happy, but the upgrades do. Oh yeah, dude, the upgrades are always gonna. It's crazy just how much difference a monitor can make. Everything is getting very expensive, but it's also gonna last you longer too. You know what I mean? Because developers are gonna go out of their way to support the hardware that people are using. You know what I mean? Like your tech that you're buying right now, it might be expensive up front, but you will be able to make it last longer. I guarantee it, man. And that's the thing that keeps me going on PC is like I'm willing to adjust my resolution to lower resolution to keep playing games if I have to. Monitors are getting cheap too, man. But a mid monitor, it would not look good. Yeah, exactly, bro. GPUs, the more I feel like we really don't need much to have. Oh no, you're right, Marco. A freaking Marco, 1080p on a 5050. I was like, holy shit, this is incredible. I was like, this card has so much power. It's insane. And then you factor in all the new features and DLSS and all of that stuff. These cards can last you significantly longer than the older cards did. Feeling of getting a new piece of tech for real, man. For real. I like tech. I think it's incredible. I like playing around with it. I like learning about it. All the fit, yeah, exactly. All the 50 series cards are good. All of AMD's RDNA 4 cards are good. Even the 4 gigabyte is still freaking essentially usable. Dude, I guarantee it. Pair that 9054 gig with a 9800X 3D, bro, and 32 gigs of RAM. Like you'll be able to play the shit out of that. And if it supports PCIe Gen 5, holy crap, dude. I think you'd be able to play a lot of games on that. New tech boom soon. Yeah, I think you're gonna see those. I mean, 6K monitors coming out soon with 3D from Samsung. That looked pretty cool. That was a very cool monitor. Might as well get the Steam Machine for real, man. 49 inch, 7800X 3D, 9070 XT. Absolutely, bro. 2 years, just got into gaming again. Love it. Exactly, man. No friends. Just play your games. Are the benchmarks out already for 4 gigabyte? I think somebody had some benchmarks on the 8 gigabyte card, but I don't think anybody's tested the 4 gig yet. So my dilemma is that I got a last gen 4K OLED. Oh, I was thinking about getting one of the new 1440p OLED, but I'm scared that it might not look as good as my 4K. Well, if you get a 27-inch 1440p OLED, it will look incredible. If you get a 32-inch, then it will not look as good. But if you can play at 4K and downsample, then it will look fine. 32-inch at 1440p is rough. It's not as clean as 27-inch. 27-inch is the sweet spot for 1440p. 24-inch is the sweet spot for 1080p. 32-inch is the sweet spot for 4K. You're welcome, Master. Oh, gifted you the first gaming PC with a 5050 in it. Then you look it up on YouTube and every video is saying e-waste. Yep, exactly, bro. Exactly, dude. That's the whole thing, man. It's like these guys do more damage to gaming than they actually do good. That's why I just don't take them seriously anymore. I think they're basically just ruining gaming, man, because most of that stuff you can dude, a 5050 is a very good card. I really did like that one. Thank you for the jewels, my friend. I was thinking about getting on a 34-inch, so you're cooked. If you go ultra wide, if you do a ultra wide 34-inch, that's essentially the same as 27. 39 inches is equivalent to um actually I think the 32-inch is equivalent to the 27. No, 34-inch. 45, no, 45 is equivalent to 32-inch. 34-inch is equivalent to 27-inch. So you'd be fine on a 34-inch ultra wide. No, no, because on my 39-inch 3440 by 1440p looks clean. On my 45-inch, it looks like playing 1440p on a 32-inch. Yeah. 45 inches, 32-inch, 39 inch is like 27-inch or something. Will be OEM exclusive. Might as well get the Steam Machine for real, dude. Very pleased with your 5070 Ti. Oh, absolutely, man. 1660 to 5070 Ti is a massive, massive improvement. Valve Steam, they should do GOG with giving us ownership of our licensed games. That way, yeah, exactly. I like GOG. I don't buy a whole lot of games from them, but I do like them. Should I check my email to see if I've got another GTA 6 leak? Sure. That was pretty freaking good. They got the right idea. Yeah. And I heard email. Let's see if there's any more GTA 6 leaks tonight, man. New leak. GTA 6 is coming out tomorrow. That is good. I honestly think if you guys want my honest opinion, if you've really got to have NVIDIA, I would go buy your 5070 right now, your 5070 Ti. Hold on. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh man, new trailer dropping on Labor Day. I know, they did say the summer, and like the summer goes till the 21st of September. Maybe they just don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on another trailer, bro. Maybe they're just going to show you like 5 minutes of gameplay at Gamescom. But I don't want to see, honestly, I don't want to see anything about GTA 6 until it freaking comes out. I want to be able to. I think they've shown us enough. Honestly, I want to be surprised. I don't want to watch a whole bunch of YouTubers playing freaking GTA 6 5 months in advance before I can even play it. Like, why would I want to see that? I want to be surprised. That was a pretty long pee, man. I felt like it was long. After drinking 13 Dr. Peppers, I had to go pee. I refuse to buy. I don't want to see any gameplay, bro. I already paid my 100 buckaroos. I just want my game. I just want my game. I just want to drive around Vice City in a fake car. Feeling that it's gonna be another cyberpunk situation. Oh, I bet. I bet. I don't even really care at this point, man. If that shit comes out at 30 frames a second, I'll never look at Rockstar again the same. Every single one of my Ubisoft games has a 60 FPS mode. Show the 30 FPS gameplay. Yep. I think so. They put themselves in that position though, being like super like only caring about like visuals and stuff like that. Yeah, they put their so I honestly looking at what that game looks like, bro, there's no way that shit only runs at 30 frames a second. I will laugh my ass off at Rockstar if that game comes out at 30 frames. I will make fun of it every single day. I mean, dude, we're still waiting for 60 FPS gameplay for gosh damn, Red Dead Redemption 2. Are you trying to tell me that Ubisoft's freaking Ghost Recon Wildlands is going to get 60 FPS before GTA or before Red Dead Redemption 2 does? My gosh. Ubisoft out here cooking for their fans. Actually, I think that game should have got a 60 FPS a long time ago. That's the thing is like these developers, if we're gonna have generations of consoles that are gonna keep going, these games need to be updated. I think most new games are being built with dynamic resolution and dynamic frame rate. So I think those are going to be okay for PS6. Anything on PS5 should be good on PS6. PS4 is the one where the biggest problem was with the 30 FPS caps on most games. If they remove those caps on those games, they would be fine. 40 to 45. Yeah. Your most pet peeve in gaming when you're racing. Yeah. I think PSSR is going to have, yeah, GTA 6 will have PSSR. I mean, obviously, PlayStation was saying it runs best on PlayStation. So I'm pretty sure that if everything runs at 30 frames per second, like how the hell is it better on PlayStation? You think Digital Foundry will have egg on their face if there's a 60 FPS mode on that game? But the experts said it was only 30 frames per second. They'll just be like, oh, wow, to our amazement, we're surprised. Barely playable on console. For real, huh? That's the only thing I could see is it runs at 60 FPS on the Pro, and I don't know if it runs at 60 FPS on Pro, it'll probably run at 60 FPS on Series X too with an empty beach. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, cut back all the pedestrians, man. Who gives a crap? People want to play at 60. Let them play at 60. Last thing I want to play is a jittery ass 30 FPS game with a bunch of freaking NPCs on there. Then it's just going to look freaking horrible. You remember how freaking Assassin's Creed Unity ran when you were in the crowds? Assassin's Creed Unity had the most NPCs ever in an Assassin's Creed game. Something I would like to see come back though for Assassin's Creed. I'd like to see way more freaking NPCs. I just wanted to start using large language models in them. It's already 12 o'clock. It has some funny bugs. Oh, I do too, man. I hope it has some funny ass bugs and people treat it exactly the way they treated freaking Mind's Eye, bro. Mind's Eye was pretty fun, man. It's a fun game. I liked that story. I thought it was good. But my grifty friends kill everything. All right, guys. I'm starting to get a little tired. I've been up since 5 a.m. So I will catch you guys in the next one. You fellas have a good night. I wish I could stay up later, but I'm old, okay? I'm super old. Still works perfectly, but if my PC went down, I would still just pay the money for my PC to be back up and running again. Yeah, I would too. Good night, my friends. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out again. It was an incredible night. Thank you. You as well. Everybody take care and God bless all of you, my friends.